Greetings, my friends. During the last month, I made a Minecraft SMP, being the Continental SMP, and to put it quite frankly, it was very chaotic. I decided to take another break from EarthMC and do this instead. By the way, huge disclaimer, in no way am I trying to rival EarthMC. I actually still like EarthMC and play pretty often. I just did this simply out of boredom, but also the fact that my old project, being Mine Olympics, a seasonal Minecraft event, was starting to go downhill rapidly, so I decided to keep my competitors happy with this. The early morning dawned on the players as they were magically and spontaneously born into the world. Unfortunately, the world was being a little gentle fellow and didn't want to get mined out, but players were desperate for basic starting materials like wood. Shortly after, they were given access to do whatever they please, and then players had sailed to their destined locations. However, as soon as the server started, there was an issue for many of the players. You see, most of the players had their eyes on England. It was a hotspot for practically most of the members on the server. The most successful group of players to gain control of England were the Binlians, or the Binley Shires. The group leader happened to be Red-16. However, there was a different conflict between them and another member, being Yeller, who didn't actually want the land but just wanted to tease them for the most part. Eventually, they had also successfully made the first town on the server, being the town of Binley Shire. It was an inspiration for the world-renowned fish and chips shop called Binley Mega Chippy in Coventry, UK. Shortly after, the town of Reykjavik, which is on the island of Iceland, was also created, and for a while it was peaceful and quiet on the server, or at least so we thought. A player by the name of Baki, who was a member of the Binley Shire, had plans on making a town in the USA. However, they were being followed and attacked by a group of players, being Dr. Har, Ruben But Not, and Purple Palm. Baki was in need of some quick rescuing, so they called down the Binley Shire army, and they were on their way. Fortunately, there were no deaths, and the Binlians quickly came to pick up Private Baki, and they all sailed back to safety. "You escaped this time," Dr. Har said, as he came very close to killing Baki. And that same night, 2 more towns of Netherlands Squared and New Everest were created. From sunrise until sunset, the server was hungry for blood. Another one of Binley Shire's soldiers was on the hunt against Dr. Har, this soldier being Koza, a player infamous for causing chaos and mayhem across the server. There was an ongoing chase between him and Dr. Har until he could corner Dr. Har onto the coast of Angola, where a new member, SquidKid72, had been getting started. Both SquidKid72 and Dr. Har became allies and tried defending themselves against Kaza, who successfully slaughtered the both of them because they were lacking in items. Shortly after, the Binlians saw another player by the name of Good at Everything walk upon the lands. You see, Binley Shire was a little paranoid of other players roaming their land. They thought that this could mean the players could make a town and prevent them from growing into the massive empire of Binley. So they acted fast and tried killing him. However, Good at Everything was a bit too powerful. In fact, the 2 players being Oogo and Autumn had died in the first part of the battle as they tried chasing him up the tower he built. It was just kill after kill after kill from there. They even tried recruiting more players, but he would not quit. Shortly after, he jumped down from his pillar, where he massacred the members, trying their best just to keep him off their territory. Soon the battle ended, and the Binlians had unfortunately lost. But it wasn't over. Not even an hour later, and Kaza was on the hunt against Yeller, the player that was previously mentioned from the other day that had been messing with the Binlians. He was in the Atlantic Ocean, sailing with his partner, Mario Guy 34, when they came face to face with Kaza, who instigated them into battle. Nobody had died, but there was a lot going on, including the first ever TNT to be used in battle on the server. Then they met for battle outside of Binleyshire, where the Binlians kept demanding them to leave their territory. However, they refused and stood there. Yeller had requested diamonds within 30 minutes, and if they gave him the diamonds, he would leave their land. Unfortunately, in the middle of the deal, Yeller had actually left the game, and Mario Guy 34 was left by himself. Kaza had jumped up and attacked Mario Guy 34, ending up killing him. Shortly after, one of the Binleyshire soldiers was on a mission to South America to destroy Good at Everything's base. Little did he know that this base was actually Yeller, Mario Guy 34, and Dr. 677's base, where the items were either stolen or blown up by the Binlians. And the valuable item, which would spark an upcoming deadly battle, was an enchantment table. Yes, an enchantment table, which was considered highly valuable at the time. It calmed down for a little bit again. The player JJ2080, or New Everest, had introduced the rocket and was the first on the server to go to the moon. The Binleyshires had decided to host a UN meeting, where there were discussions on topics like battles, war, Binleyshire, other towns, and more. During this, the nation of the Everest Empire was created by JJ2080, making the first ever nation on the server. And everyone went back to their peaceful homes to work on their peaceful farms in their peaceful towns and not be involved in any conflict. Just kidding. The town of Anti-Binleyshire was created by Yeller, who had shortly returned and was committing arson across the entirety of northern England. He was also joined by Mario Guy 34 and Good at Everything as well. Soon after, they declared war, making this the Binleyshire Anti-War. The Binleyshire Anti-War, which was between Yeller plus his group and the Binleyshires. They went on a mission to grief the English Channel Bridge and ended up killing Kaza. However, the Binlians were mostly just defending their base from the Antis and wouldn't handle any war. However, the Binlians threatened to leave and abandon Binleyshire entirely. However, they came up with another plan, which was to pray to God and request for the war to end. Considering that war wasn't even supposed to be allowed, God gave Yeller an enchantment table, and the town was shortly disbanded.